Come on, Microsoft, give us a break. Really? Here we have this TEXTAFTER tool. Very functional, time saver. But look what it does. Here's the output. Show only the last name in a new list. Well, here's the output. Why am I not getting an answer? Well, I'll explain why Microsoft is forcing us to do things that we shouldn't have to do. Show only the first name in a new list. I'm going to show you text before, text after. Let's get started. Brad Williams, Excel primes. Show only the last name in a new list. Show only the first name in a new list. The introduction to TEXTAFTER. We have a series of text manipulation tools. I'm going to suggest that you read this narrative. I'm not going to go through it because I'm going to explain most of it. I'm going to show you the new school here. This is new school. We're just going to use TEXTAFTER B5. Our output is Loretta. It's the last name. See how simple that is? B5, we include a delimiter. That's it. Here's the traditional way of doing this. Trim, write, blend, search. Your choice. If you despise this online stuff, you despise working with this cloud, use the old school. It's my style. I'm going to stick with it. Here, you're going to be reliant on Microsoft 365 in the cloud. You only make this new stuff available to the online stuff. Here's how it reads. We have TEXTAFTER. You're going to note there's 6 different arguments here. And I applaud. This is helpful because this traditional stuff can get really hairy at times. This new, I'll implement it, but it's going to take a while. But in short, here is the layout. We have text. We have a delimiter. What's the delimiter here? We have the comma. Notice it's comma space. If the space here between Bon and Loretta didn't exist, we get an NA error. We have an instant number. If there are multiple commas here, we can designate which one we want to remove at what point. We have a match mode. We have case sensitive and case insensitive. We're going to use this quite a few times. And then we have match. Treats the end text as a delimiter. I'll explain how this works in a bit. But in short, simple, straightforward approach. Below, we're just going to grab this bond. Again, we used the text before. We use text after here. We use text before here. Text before is going to be the next series of tutorials. I'm going to go through all of this. I'm going to go through each one of these arguments. Be patient. But first and foremost, I want you to read the narrative here. I want you to familiarize yourself with the arguments. You need a strong understanding. Otherwise, you can go back to the old school and you can focus on this format. Either way, I strongly encourage you to get a grasp of the newer tools. They serve a great purpose. There's going to be third series, and it's going to be text split, where we're going to split this stuff up based on whatever requirements you have. Work through it, change it up. This particular data here is set. There's no F9. Down here is the hard-coded information, old school. You want to mess this up, can. You may see that last name, first name, and I put first name, last. It may be backwards. This could be text before. However, you get what I'm trying to point out here. Loretta is probably the first name, but shrug your shoulders. You want to change it, go ahead and change it. This is just purely an example. This is a tutorial. You can input any arrangement you want. And on that, Brad Williams, Excel Prime. More to come. Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel Essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. Mousetrap I'm talking about to use these tools is Excel and Microsoft are going to force us to use their 365 version. Now there's a free online version, but it's limited, so eventually you're going to end up having to pay Microsoft.